What's happening? Welcome back into the Ride Life podcast here. I'm your host, Brian. We got your host, Jim. He's down in Rhode Island. I'm up here in New Hampshire. And, oh, man, I had this all thought out in my head. I had a good intro and everything, and I just totally forgot everything as soon as the light went red. But what's up, Jim?
Dude, Laconia's here, baby.
Dude, day one. No, it's technically day 3 of Laconia. Sunday, day 3 of Laconia. And today was the first time I went up.
Was Friday a washout? Was Friday crummy?
Yeah. I can't remember, to be honest.
I know yesterday kind of sucked, but honestly, those first 2 days, like, people are still rolling in and setting up, and that's when a lot of people are driving up and getting into their places. And I think Matt and Austin took off yesterday in the rain, got up there. Big E's up there already, right?
Yep. Big E's up here. I talked to him. He was scrambling for a campground spot. I almost had him staying in the backyard, but they found a spot last minute, which is fine.
Nice.
So yeah, he was actually going up to Mount Washington today, so he's never did it. I've never done it. Have you done it? Gone up to the top of Mount Washington?
I've never done it. Everybody who tells me about it makes it sound like I don't want to ride a bike up to the top of Mount Washington.
Yeah, from what I heard, it gets a little sketchy up there, but I don't think you'd have a problem. But yeah, I think I saw him a couple of videos. He did it, so he said he was going to go at like 8 in the morning, and I was like, that's going to be freaking snowing up there probably. It's still a little cold.
I mean, down here it was 51 or 52 early in the morning until at least 9-10 o'clock. Then it started warming up. But
yeah, I didn't meet up with Todd today until about 11 because it was wake up, have some breakfast. It's Father's Day out there, so happy Father's Day, everybody. It's
absolutely
Sunday. It's weird because Laconia is starting on Father's Day. It's usually ending today, but
yeah, it should be over by now. But
yeah.
That whole Mount Washington thing, like, it's never really appealed to me. And people have said to me, like, you kind of get up there and you make the ride, and like, it's kind of cool, but it does get real sketchy up top. It gets real narrow. There's no guardrails or anything, and like, you can go off the road, and if you go off the road, you're done. But and there's a lot of cars coming down, so you're going up on a bike, and the cars are coming down and smoking their brakes and stuff like that because they don't shift into low.
Yeah. They do an inspection of your vehicle, I'm pretty sure, at the bottom.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
but then they're riding their brakes all the way down. They put it in drive and ride their brakes all the way down the top of the mountain. You know. But you get up there, from what I've been told, this is just what I've been told, and it's like, all right, cool view. Now what?
Yeah. Now we start our trek downhill.
Now we go down. Oh, and by the way, it's freezing.
Yeah, I wonder what I'm gonna look it up right now while we're on air. I don't even care the top of Mount Washington, what the temperature is right now. What's your guess?
41.
41.
Pure guess.
41. That sounds pretty. Mount Washington. There's more than one Mount Washington, huh? Jesus Christ. New Hampshire.
I'm looking it up too. Let's see who can get it first.
Probably you, because Mount Washington State Park. No, it can't be 56 degrees there right now.
That's probably the bottom.
Yeah, that Mount Washington, that's probably the bottom. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, Laconia Bike Week's here. I feel like everybody's up here, and I'm just sitting here in my house. I haven't hung out with anybody yet, but I met up with Todd today. We went to Bentley's. We went to Iron Tails. We did a lot of roads that I've never knew about in Maine, and did some good riding today. It was not warm. It was it like 70 degrees today it hit, and hoodie, pants, and it was comfortable, but I mean, at any point I could have got cold and had to throw on another layer. I definitely couldn't ride in a t-shirt today, but I don't know.
So just I looked it up. The current temperature at the top of Mount Washington right now is 44 degrees, and the winds are 23 miles an hour.
That's not too bad then.
It's not fun.
44. I mean, was that whatever?
You're not staying in it all day, so it's not that big a deal. But it's still cold.
It must feel. So you're going up there, and you can feel the temperature, especially on a motorcycle. You're out in the air. You can feel the temperature going down, down, down. Then you get up there, and then it must feel cool coming down because you're starting to go into the warmth.
Yep.
But yeah,
It's a great place to visit right at the bottom.
yeah. We got, I think the next thing. So tomorrow, nothing really. Monday, Tuesday, nothing really going on for me during Laconia. Wednesday, hill climb. Hopefully meet up with Austin and Matt. And everybody that I know is going to be at the hill climb. So
yeah,
Wednesday will be a good day. Then Thursday, we'll just do some riding. Friday, proper bagger show at Laconia Harley Davidson. So I'll go to that. I think that's Friday night. Starts at 5 maybe. And then Saturday, you know what Saturday is, Jim?
Saturday's the Ride Life Bar. That is the event of Laconia.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, that morning they got the FXR show at Laconia Harley Davidson, and then the Ride Life podcast barbecue. I mean, that's a day right there.
So, and for anybody listening that hasn't been to the hill climb, right? We say it's the hill climb at Gunstock Mountain. The hill climb is just part of it. There's a Deadbeat Customs show, bike show. There's East Coast and crew is doing stunt shows all day again. Yep. And then there's raffles and there's just cool bikes and partying going on, and it's a good time. So it's not, the hill climb is not just the hill climb. There's a lot of stuff going on.
So I don't know if you watched the last East Coast video on YouTube, but they have a bike that they are giving away. They're giving away a bike on Wednesday. So every hat, T-shirt, whatever you buy, you're going to get a ticket, and they're going to give away a bike. That would be pretty sick to win a bike.
Are they the ones that gave the bike away? The guy was like, excuse me, what down over from you?
It was near me. Yeah, yep, I remember that. It was definitely near me. And yeah, well, East Coast, and I mean, they're getting huge now. They're getting worldwide now. But for a while there, it was just they did shows around here. But now they're sponsored by Harley. They're killing it now. So
yeah, all the tire sponsors and everything. Which for all the tires they run through, it's a damn good thing they got it.
Oh, Shinko's the best. Shinko 999s. That's all they run in the rear. 777s up front. So, but today was a good day, Jim. Today was a good day. I woke up.
How did you get on I wanted to ask you, how did you get on some roads you'd never been on? You just go a different route? You just start riding around aimlessly?
No, because so we met up with my buddy Todd, his cousin, my buddy Mike, and his girlfriend. So his girlfriend, she rides a road glide. She's a badass. And I'm like, we're going to go to Bentley. So we're going to stop at Iron Tails for a beer. And then we're going to go up. We wanted to go up to Woodstock Inn up in Lincoln, New Hampshire.
Okay.
And because their food is incredible. But somehow we got sidetracked. So we ended up at Iron Tails. And then she's like, I know the way. I'm like, all right, you lead. So she led. We took these back roads and hit one dirt road. She only messed up once. She brought us down a dirt road to a dead end. We're like, she's like, I screwed up. So other than that, yeah, some roads. I kind of knew where I was. And then she would take a different left, and where's this go? And I couldn't remember where we went. I was just, you know how, like when you're in the back of the pack, you kind of just following everybody.
Yeah.
And I was loving it. Had the road glide out today. Still haven't fixed the exhaust stud, so I probably ruined it. But
yeah, that's all right. You can replace the motor, whatever. No big deal.
I think on Wednesday I'm going to take the Dyna. I'll take the Dyna up to the hill climb.
All right. Yeah, that'll go over well there.
Yeah, and then Thursday I'll take the FXR. Friday to the proper bagger show. Probably take the Dyna again because I don't think I'm going to take the bagger anymore until I fix it. I probably should have fixed it the other night when I was out there messing with things, but I didn't.
It gets like that sometimes.
Did I tell you I put the rear brakes on my 3-wheeler? Yeah, I did tell you that.
Yeah. Now you can really nail those wheelies and not worry about flipping over, which is nice.
Yeah. So good. And something happened to my DR200. I made all these sweet jumps. I was out there, and I don't know what happened. It keeps cutting out now. It's like you rev it up. It runs good sometimes, and it cuts out. I don't know if it's a spark plug. It's electrical. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to buy another dirt bike. If I can't get that DR200 running right, I need a dirt bike. now for out
Well,
back.
with dirt bikes, you always start like air cleaner, spark plug wire, like just kind of go
Yeah,
through that stuff first because it's all cheap and easy to replace and see what that does. Could be a mouse's nest in there. It could just be a little bit of dirt in there you didn't realize or whatever. It could just be need a little carb clean.
yeah. I don't think any of those are options, but yeah, the spark plug is still getting spark. Obviously, it starts up, but it doesn't start up easy, so it starts up tough. It could be a gas flow issue. That could be the problem. Something could be stuck in there because I've been doing a lot of jumps. That's a good idea. That's a good thought. Maybe it's a gas flow issue.
Could be.
Huh. 'Cause you know how, like, well, I know you're not really much of a working on the bikes lately, but every time I bring a bike somewhere, I'm like, it's something fuel related. And it always turns out it's something electrical. And then when you're like, it's got to be electrical, turns out it's fuel related.
Yeah.
So I feel like
I
it's
never
electrical.
I never did a lot of work on carbs, like just because I just never had the time to really get into them. Like even when I had dirt bikes and stuff like that, I always tried to be like crazy about like not leaving gas in there, running them dry for the winter if I wasn't going to ride them and stuff, or like sea foaming them or whatever. Because I don't like, I just carb work is just something I've never been comfortable with.
Yeah,
So
it's a lot of little parts. It's tricky.
yeah, yeah.
But
You get them like little screws and everything's like a quarter turn, an eighth of a turn, and it makes a huge difference. And
oh yeah, yeah.
it can be really frustrating.
The air screw, if you don't have it out certain amount of turns, you got to count. Every time you take a carburetor apart, you always got to count the turns that it was in and blah blah. Yeah,
Yep.
it's if you're doing it for the first time, it can be overwhelming. But
Yeah, it's tedious, but
yeah,
it's
for
probably
sure.
just something. It's probably something little, you know.
I hope so because I've ridden that DR 200 more than anything else, and I just started doing good wheelies on it. Now things gonna be dying on me.
And I
Huh.
don't really think like I mean they're not. Nothing is really truly bulletproof, but the 200cc Suzuki engine is just it's pretty solid. Like
Yeah,
it's not going to be like anything major.
no, it still sounds good. It's got to be something silly. We'll I'll
Could be
figure
a
it out.
loose wire. Could be just a loose
Could be
wire or something. You know.
yeah, because I feel like I hit a jump, and when I landed, it like killed the bike. It just died, and I had a bump start it as I was rolling, and then after that, it just didn't run right. So something must have maybe a ground loosened up or something. I'll figure it
Yeah.
out. I'm not.
Electrical is like one of those things that it's it's not easy, but it's not terrible, but it's tedious.
Oh yeah,
Trying to trace a wire like that can be really, really, really tedious.
yeah, for sure.
So,
So did you do any riding
but
today? What'd you do?
I didn't do any riding today. I did like a few small rides during the week. We had some nice days. I got out of work every day by like 11, 12. So short rides, I had some adult shit to deal with, but today was Father's Day. So me and my son went down, we went fishing. I grabbed a baseball glove for the first time in like, I can't remember how long. Like I have no idea what happened to the baseball glove I had growing up, but
Yeah,
I mean, that was a long time ago, but he's been really into just like throwing the ball around. He just wants to play catch and like catch pop-ups and stuff like that. So I went and bought a cheap baseball glove and we were just throwing the ball around, and then we came home and had a good dinner. So it was awesome.
yeah.
It's a good day.
So unfortunately, my son took a serious crash
Oh
on
no.
a pedal bike last night. So he was sleeping over his friend's house, and he was riding his friend's sister's little mountain bike, and they were hitting the jump like it was just a rock. They're hitting a little rock, nothing big, little jump, hitting it 4 or 5 times, and like on his 5th time, he hit it. The front wheel fell off the friggin' mountain bike, and he ate it hard, and his lip, his nose, his lip was like is all. So they think he tore his rotator cuff. Like he really.
Jesus.
So yeah, his baseball season is done. So yeah, that
That's
was.
too bad. I know he really likes it too. So
Yeah, he had a good hit the other night, but
yeah, he loves his baseball. But like, like I don't have to. My kid is. He's not a wild child that way. Like he wouldn't probably be jumping bikes and stuff like that. But I could see him doing some other stuff that would be like, are you sure you want to do that?
It sucks too because he was just getting good on his XR70. He was loving the jumps I built for him out back. He was actually getting some air. I was kind of surprised. So that this little crash on the mountain bike's gonna put him back a little bit. But
Yeah, but you know what? It's a good it's a good lesson for him, but it's a good lesson for everybody. Like same with your DR. Like you got to check shit out once in a while. You know, he's jumping a bike that's
yeah,
he's probably maybe a little too big for. Doesn't really know a lot about and stuff like that. And now he'll know to be like, hey, I just jumped this thing. Maybe I should make sure the front wheel's still tight. You know.
yeah, who knows?
But what's gonna happen to you with that DR is you're gonna go through that whole thing and it's gonna come out like 10 times better because you bought that and you didn't do a whole hell of a lot to it anyways.
I charged the battery and I said I haven't done anything to it.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, all right. That's enough of that talk. Let's talk about motorcycles. Let's talk about my Dyna, right? So I have a feeling you're not gonna know any of these fairings I'm about to throw at you, but I kind of want to put a little fairing on the Dyna. So I was going in between the mini Saddleman fairing, the mini ST Saddleman fairing, or the Memphis Shades Road Warrior.
I don't know that one, but I think I'm familiar with the other one.
The Saddleman, yeah, you've probably seen that one. It looks it's a mini version of an FXR-T fairing.
Yeah,
and that one's $800. The Road Warrior fairing's like $400 and something with all the brackets to mount it and everything, and then I'll have to get it painted. So I'm leaning towards the Road Warrior fairing just because I think I can paint it myself.
Okay.
I think I can get that gunmetal pearl paint and match it and paint it myself. Maybe, I don't know, but I think I'm gonna put a fairing on the Dyna. That's all my whole story.
What was the your FXR didn't really have? I don't really consider that to be a true fairing. That's like more like a cowl. Like that.
Oh, the FXR had that was an original Harley Davidson. They called it a quarter fairing.
Yeah. But I always considered that more of like a cowl. It's kind of just it's barely bigger than the headlight, really.
It's pretty big, but that would actually fit on the Dyna, I believe. I think it would. Yeah, I think that would fit on the Dyna, so I could always put that on the Dyna. That's a good.
That might look cool.
Yeah, I could do that. That might work. Yeah. I'd have to repaint that one because it's painted the same color as the FXR, but I don't know. I want something different. I mean.
Yeah,
I remember being in Daytona this year and seeing a Road Warrior fairing on the Dyna, and I was like, "That looks good in person. It looked really good." So that's what's going through my brain about my Dyna. And
okay, yeah, I think I've seen that too. I just looked it up real quick. I think I've seen it.
Oh yeah,
I'm not. So like, it's weird, like because you and me watched a lot of the same shows and stuff like that, but like. You remember like all the names of all the people who showed up on all the shows and like you see these parts and you commit them to memory and like all the manufacturers and everything. And I'm like, oh yeah, that fairing. And I got to look it up. And then I'll be like, oh yeah, it was that one. Cause I don't remember the names. You know what I mean? It's just funny how the brain works that way.
Yeah, I know. I got motorcycles on the brain a lot of the time during the day.
Yeah. I mean, I do too. It's so funny. Like, I tell you this all the time, but I'm driving around the truck. I'm like, this is a cool road. This is a cool road. This is a cool road. I'm like, and that I remember. Like I lock in those roads that I want to ride. But
yep.
It's probably just because you're in the market for parts a lot more than I am. So I don't really lock them in.
Yeah, that's true.
That way, Yeah,
I mean, well, it's like got some money burning in my pocket. I'm like, gotta buy parts for the bike. And what made me want to put a fairing on the Dyna is I was looking for a part for Edwin, an old shovelhead part, like a button, and I couldn't find it, but I found this Moon's headlight in my bin of parts. I'm like, oh, that might look good on the Dyna. So I go put that on the Dyna, and it didn't look good. I don't like that LED look anymore. So then I put the regular stock one back on. I'm like, oh, you know what? It would look good with a fairing. And that's how my brain works, Jim. That's a little insight.
I thought of this. I was going to send you this, and then I was like, he doesn't have it. I should have sent it to Edwin. I saw a state police Interceptor, Ford Explorer for sale. Still had all the paint and stuff, right?
Really? Did it look like his bike?
It's the same color scheme. It's that the two-tone blue or whatever. I was like, what a killer fun thing to have to if you wanted to bring it to shows and shit.
That'd be perfect for him. He loves put that in his garage next to the bike. It'd be like an art piece for him.
I thought it was pretty cool. It needed some work. Like, it was cheap. It was like $4,500. It needed some interior work and stuff like that. And I don't remember if it probably needed mechanical work too. But for $4,500, a fun little project to have, like the Interceptor SUV that matches the bike. I mean, it was the same color scheme.
Yep. So when's the roadie leaving for the mobbing? Do you know? Did he say?
I asked him this yesterday. I think he leaves Tuesday.
Okay.
I think he leaves Tuesday, and he just put a set of thrashing bars on. I'm still waiting on pics. He told me he was looking. Yeah, he just put a set of thrashing risers and bars on. Him and Corey came down and did the work, and he told me he needed something, and then he was like, "I got to do like he's doing like a 3-hole like oil change and shit because he did the trip down to Georgia on the bike, and he's obviously doing the trip down to Mobbin." Because I asked him, I'm like, "Hey man, no picture of the new bars," and
he said no. He said,
yeah, he's leaving on Wednesday. He goes,
yeah, I was thinking of Corey today. It's funny, Corey. So we were on those back roads and we were cruising. We were hauling ass, and I was like, I don't know if Corey could even keep up. If Corey was with us right now, would he be able to keep up? He talks a big game, but I don't know. We were cruising. He might not be able to hang.
We were moving pretty good last year when we were up there. I don't remember exactly what we were doing, but you know what's funny, because when I went for the ride with Rody last week, I was like, dude, listen, I'm high stress right now. I'm high strung. Like, I'm just in the mood to cruise. Like, and it's funny how your riding style can change depending on your mood. Like last year when we were in Laconia, I was so fired up. We were going over to meet Todd, dude. I was hauling ass, and Edmund's like, dude, you should probably, I was leading everybody because I had the GPS. He's like, you should probably slow down a little bit.
Yeah,
but like,
Edwin's a slow pace rider, so
like sometimes it's the way to go. Like, I don't know, not literally stop and smell the roses, but
today we were on different roads. And there was some sweet houses. I was kind of like checking out the houses, and but we were cruising. I was like checking them out.
Yeah,
but
I do that all the time. I do it when I'm driving the truck. I do it when I'm on the bike. Like, whether it's houses or something about driving past cows. I got to look at cows when I drive past cows. like, oh shit, cows. Like I'm fucking 6. But I love that stuff, man. Like, sometimes the ride for me is about, the smell of somebody cutting their lawn, or like the temperature change in the air, or just like you're kind of like absorbing everything that's going on around you. No,
for sure. Yeah, today there wasn't many smells out there. I don't know. It was a fast day. The day went by so fast.
It's still not that time of year, you know that? I mean, we did almost 200 miles last Sunday, and it's still not like, it doesn't feel like everything's in full swing.
Well, hey, I just realized June 21st, that's like the first day of summer. Right? I think so. So the barbecue,
the 21st or the 22nd. Yeah, one of those days.
First day of summer. We'll kick off the summer with the Ride Life barbecue.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You're fucking talking over me still? No, go ahead.
Every time. No, I was just gonna say it's either the 21st or the 22nd, but it hasn't felt like summer at all. One or 2 days, that's it.
Yeah, I know. And like I said, we got world famous chef Chris coming down to smoke his ribs and do some pulled pork sandwiches. So get here early; they'll be gone. I'll eat them all.
Barbecue goes fast. Like, real barbecue goes fast.
For sure. It's almost like you spend 8, 9, 10 hours smoking it, doing it all, and it's like gone within 40 minutes. It's like,
yep.
Yeah.
But it's all about, like, for those guys that really love to do that, and it's all about the actual cook, like all the prep and the cook and all that. Like, that's the journey. The payoff is like seconds.
Yeah, no, the payoff is watching people eat it and enjoy it and want to come back for more.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I think it's going to be a good week. It looks like maybe a little bit of rain midweek. There's no surprise there.
No.
The end of the week looks awesome. Mid to high 80s. So
yeah. So are you going to be able to come down or come up actually and do a podcast live? What's your...
Well, I mean, everything right now, like I told you before, is a little bit like day by day.
Right.
Every day I'm waiting for the phone to ring.
Not getting sick of doing the podcast?
No, I love doing the podcast.
We're putting one out every week, Jim.
I know, it's pretty cool. So what we'll do is if I can come up Tuesday, we'll do one. If I can come up Wednesday, it probably won't be Wednesday because it looks like crap anyways, but I'll be able to get up there at least one or two of the days and just do day trips, and we'll lay something down while we're up there. Yeah. And then maybe some people will be around, they'll jump in with us or whatever. So
what day was that? Shit. Remember that Low Life podcast was having they were like part of a show. What the hell day was that going on? I forgot about that. Is it
part of the hill climb? With Deadbeat? Are they teaming up with Deadbeat?
No, I don't know.
Because I know they're sponsored by them.
Oh, they are? Nice.
Yeah.
Let me see.
We gotta find out. Like, do we know this guy? Like, from I know the business is in our hometown, but like, is he really like from our hometown?
Who?
The guy that owns Deadbeat.
Oh yeah, I don't know if he's from our town.
That's what I mean. Like, I wonder if he's actually like from our town, or that just happened to be a good space for him.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see, Laconia show special. Hold on, part one, blah blah blah. When is it? All right, that's just a show. I don't know.
And you know what? I think they put it as a story too, so it's probably gone.
Oh, maybe.
Because I know exactly what you're talking about, but I thought they were doing something with.
Oh yeah, because it's with Deadbeat and another podcast. Let's see.
Whatever.
Oh, here it is. No. Oh, Wednesday, June 18th, Deadbeat show in Gunstock Hill Climb, 9 to 5. What's that? Thursday, June 19th, the Custom Social, 12 to 6 p.m. at Madam's Bardello in North Laconia. I bet you that's it. So it's probably Thursday the 19th is their show.
Are you going to go downtown at all this year?
Down, like the Weirs Beach you're talking?
Yeah.
Probably not. I might ride through. Oh, I forgot to say, I got a Simpson helmet. I bought a Simpson helmet. And I haven't got it yet, but I purchased a Simpson mod helmet with I think it's gold chrome visor screen. So I'm looking forward to getting that.
Are you going to replace the internal visor?
No, I'll just bring some clear glasses if I need anything.
Yeah. So that's what I find, like when I'm putting, I put the visor up, but I don't necessarily put the tinted visor down. Like, you're not moving that fast, so you don't like it. Your eyes aren't uncomfortable. And then, once you're really going, I feel like the ventilation's really good. Like, I feel fairly cool in it. Cool. I don't know what it's going to be like when it's 95 out, but
yeah. Well, like I said, we got to plan a day because to go down to New Haven, get some pizza. We'll plan that. We got a lot of things going to be planned, Jim.
Yeah. So. Sundays are the day. Sundays are the day, man. Yeah. I know it's tough for you because you get tea time, but I thought you quit golf.
Yeah. I played 9 this morning. Jesus.
Of course you did. I knew you were going to play 9 this morning.
I know. Well,
I almost said that to you.
What?
When you said to Todd, yeah, we'll wait till about 11 till it warms up. And I was going to write until Brian's done his round of golf.
Yeah. I didn't tell him that. I told him I had some breakfast plans, but geez, Jim,
Dude, I played a golf course you got to play.
Yeah, I played it. You asked me that.
No, another one. You got to come down and play Meadowbrook in Richmond.
Really?
Richmond, Rhode Island. It's fucking phenomenal.
All right. I like phenomenal golf courses.
It's really nice. And it's for a guy like you, I think it'll play almost 7,600 yards. Jesus. So they have 4 sets of tees.
Have you been watching any of the U.S. Open?
We watched a little bit on Friday. I saw Rory was on when he broke the tee marker on, what was it, 17? Yeah. And then I think he birdied 18 did he make the cut? I think he made the cut.
Yeah, he barely made the cut. But so for the average golfer, for you guys listening, golf tournaments, usually the winner is like 8, 9, 10, 11 under par.
If not 20, 25, depending on the tournament.
Yeah, but this week at the U.S. Open, I think the leader right now is like 1 over par. So nobody is under par, which is unheard of. So the course is playing so tough, and they're all crying about it. And
It's
I like.
it's one of the unique things about the U.S. Open that um, they really do some shit. Like they grow the grass way up. A
Oh
lot of
yeah,
times they stop watering the greens like before the tournament, and then they
yeah,
mow them down and they get rock hard.
yeah. But I guess it's in Pennsylvania. That's where the U.S. Open is at
Yeah.
Oakwood right now, Oakmont, and it's raining there right now. They're having horrible weather, so it's that paired with the tough conditions. They're
Yeah.
they're having some troubles, but
I know it's usually one of my more the tournaments I watch a lot of. I was such a zombie yesterday. I watch it a lot when it's at like Whistling Straits and Pebble Beach and that. Hasn't been back to Bethpage in a bit, but there's some pretty damn good ones that were at Bethpage Black.
well, the Ryder Cup is at
Is
Beth
it?
Page, yeah, this year. So
Oh, okay. Keegan
that'd be.
Bradley's the United States captain.
I know it's crazy. He didn't even make the team last year because he wasn't in the click, the
Yeah.
Justin Thomas.
Don't
All
worry.
right, that's enough golf talk.
Tiger made it though.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, folks out there. This is kind of this podcast is. I guess we weren't really prepared. We kind of just come on. We wanted to get a Laconia one out, and now we're talking golf. So if you're still here, we appreciate you. Thanks.
Yeah. So Laconia's here, and it's always a fun time of year. I'm glad things are working out the way they're working out because I hadn't planned to do a big thing for Laconia this year. I wanted to kind of save some time to do some other things. I really have FOMO. I see Drew getting all fired up to go, to get ready for mobbing in the mountains. Brody's heading down there. He's like, "Oh man, I really want you to go." And with the stuff that I have going on behind the scenes, I can't take the time off to go down there and stuff like that. I mean, I have the work time off, but man, that looks like a good time.
Yeah, I know. After just riding today, riding the road glider, I really want to do some road trips. I feel something. I don't know if the road glide was something up with the road glide, but it was taking a while to start today. I don't know if the battery's going low or something. I'm gonna have to do a load test on that battery.
That could
Got to
be.
make sure it's friggin' 100% for Sturgis.
Yeah. So that is the bike you're taking to Sturgis.
I believe so. I mean, well, after today, I was like, I might have to take the Dyna. I don't know.
You're going to Todd's and then you're going to Sturgis, right? But you're going in the truck.
In the truck to Todd's, riding to Sturgis on the bike.
Oh, okay. All right. Which is how far?
14 hours.
I mean, you're not doing it in a day, probably.
No, hell no. No, we're going to do it in 2 days.
So I just watched the Motorcycle Mania, the number 2, and Jesse James builds a bike, and Indian Larry comes out and meets him, and then a guy from Italy, and then
who is the other guy? Come on, who is it?
Oh God, there's 2 other guys. There's a guy from right there that's older that rides with them, and then the other guy had a 48 Panhead.
Yeah,
and I can't think of their names off the top of my head.
So yeah, Chopper Dave.
Yep, Chopper Dave had the Panhead.
Yep, and so it was the Italian guy, Jesse James, Indian Larry, and that's all I can remember. There was another guy?
Yeah, there was 5 of them. Well, maybe there was only 4.
I think Indian Larry, because I remember they broke down behind like a Blockbuster or something, didn't they?
Well, so Chopper Dave ends up needing like a carburetor in the middle of it. Jesse, they have to do like a repair, and they're in like a Target or like a Circuit City parking lot. Like that's how old this is. And they have to drill out. Remember, they have to drill out his heads and put helicoils in it.
Yeah.
And then Larry's bike breaks down. But they did 1,400 miles. Now, the narrator's like, they plan on riding 1,400 miles without stopping. Like, it took them 2.5, 3 days. Now, granted, they had all the mechanical problems, so I don't really know like what their true intention was, and I don't think they don't really say it. Like they're saying, yeah, they're riding 1,400 miles without stopping, but like obviously they were going to bed and shit. At least that's how I took it. But like, if you had to make that ride 1,000 miles from Todd's, you think you could do it on the road glide? Put like the comfiest seat on it you want. You think you could do it without
1,000 miles in a day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I could do that.
I mean, it would probably suck by the end of the day, but
yeah. You know what? I was looking up I wanted to get a different seat for the road glide, so I was going to get a Lapera seat like I have on the FXR in the Dyna. Excuse me. And so I was going to get a Lapera, but I'm like, the Saddleman sofa seat.
The
road
sofa? The road sofa.
Road sofa. That's what they call it, the road sofa. I was like, that would be cool. I might get one of those. $900, $900 for a seat.
So it's funny, the Mustang seat that I took off my bike, which by the way is ridiculously comfortable. Looks like the grandpa seat, but it's really comfortable.
Yeah.
Now sells for close to $700.
Jesus.
And I mean, I'm like, I'm not getting rid of it because if I ever do, like, I'm taking the Saddleman off. If I ever do that kind of like if I do something where we're really going overnight, like I want that comfy ass seat. But I don't know, man. I was thinking about 1,000 miles at 100 miles an hour is 10 hours. And you ain't driving 100 miles an hour for 10 hours. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of fucking riding.
Yeah, 1,000 miles. It's going to take you 14 hours, 15 hours at least.
At least.
I don't know. I mean, I could probably do it, but would it be enjoyable for me? No, not right now. Not at this time in my life.
The first 100 miles, big ass smile on your face. By mile 500, you're like, holy shit, I'm only halfway there.
Yeah, well, and plus, if it ever starts raining, I'm done. I'm pulling over. I could probably make it another 100 miles in the rain, and then that's about it.
It sucks. It sucks riding in the rain. Like, even if you have all the rain gear and everything else, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's a different beast.
If you're going somewhere and you got to do it, you got to do it. So,
did I tell you about this? So last weekend I'm riding, and I've had that Saddleman step up now. I gotta have over 1,000 miles on it, or pretty damn close to it, and I feel like it's still breaking in. Because
possible.
I feel like we really haven't had any warm weather. Like, every time I sit on it, it feels a little different. So I drove all the way up to Hudson, picked up that, came back, put it on, and we did 350, 400 that day. Because me and my wife came all the way up there. We went to Bentley's, we went to Iron Tails.
Yeah, so you've had that seat for a year.
So I got it in the fall, so it was cool. But dude, when I'm just gonna be honest with you, when I was riding that, my balls were going numb. Like, literally going numb. And I've experienced it less and less and less and less. But I was riding last weekend, I'm like, damn, I'm like still like, it still feels a little like it's breaking in a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I did my only one road trip, I remember just my ass was hurting so bad. I would try like sitting sideways, one cheek on, one cheek off.
Yeah.
And it was just, but hey, you battle through it and you get there and you put down the miles. But
I think it's getting better, and it's getting more. I think if I just get like a couple of good rides in on like some hot days, that foam really softens up and sort of like
break in. Yeah,
it breaks in more. But
does that have gel in it?
I don't know. I bought it used, so I think it's just the tuck and roll with the foam.
Yep. That's what I had. Yep.
I like it. It's comfy, but I just was thinking to myself, like, this really still isn't fully broken in yet.
Yeah. They say it takes 500-600 miles, so you got to be close. I mean,
I probably put 1,000 on it, but they've been like cool miles. Like, it's been cold, so I think the foam is harder.
Yep.
In that weather. So that's just my theory. But I do still love it. Like, I do love it. But if we were doing like a big long, like if I was going from Todd's house to Sturgis, I'd probably put the grandpa seat on.
I have the original seat when oh no, I don't. I sold that one. But I have an original grandpa seat that I had on one of my bikes that fits on that bike. And I don't know if it's going to be comfortable. It's big and fluffy, but it might be too fluffy. It might, Yeah,
you might try it out before you go. See if you want it.
Yeah, it's true. Yep. So Laconia, we're gonna end the short, Jim, because Laconia, and I know I have lasagna upstairs that I'm gonna have to eat, so I'm hungry. But yeah, this comes out Tuesday during Laconia. So if you're hearing this right now, get your ass up. We got the hill climb tomorrow. Tomorrow's the hill climb. Let's go.
Yeah, Wednesday's the hill climb. Saturday's the barbecue.
Yeah, you got plenty of time. Not really.
So, but Brian's going to have a ton of content for next week because he's got a full week up there in Laconia. I'm hoping to get up for a couple of day trips and for the barbecue and shit. But Brian's gonna have a ton of content next week and be
Yep,
back at
yep.
it, man.
Yep. Sorry, guys. This was a short episode, but I wanted to get one out, talk about Laconia, talk about the barbecue, and we did that. So, and I don't know. I almost wasn't feeling the podcast. I almost canceled on you. I was like,
Nah.
I'm glad I didn't.
We always do it. And it's funny because we haven't been talking that much during the week because of the podcast. Like we've almost like cut back talking during the week so that everything we do on Sunday nights is organic.
Yeah, true. So, all right, go check out the Ride Life podcast on Instagram, Ride Life Jim, the Ride Life Brian, and that's all we got for tonight, Jim. So
the Ride Life podcast on YouTube, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Like, yep, YouTube's doing all right. A little low on YouTube, but I honestly think I got to put out more stuff on YouTube to get back in the algorithm. So
I think this week, dude, do some walkarounds on some of our guys' bikes, man, because you're going to be meeting up with a lot of people this week.
That's a great idea, Jim. That is one of the best ideas you've had. All right, good idea.
All right, man. Let's end this. We'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.